Alright, what is going on, guys? This is video number 1 of many to come. So let's get right into it. So here you have Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. So number one thing I recommend doing is to zoom out. No matter what stock or crypto you're looking at, I would start off with zoomed out. Sorry. So I start on the weekly time frame, which is up here on the weekly. And you have the daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 3 hour. Those are all used for different things. But start off on the daily, see what's going on. So each candle here is representing 1 week of price action. So in 1 week, from this Monday to Sunday, it went from here to here, and so on and so forth. Each candle is 1 week worth of price. So let's look at this correction. We had this huge drop, which no one was expecting. I wasn't expecting it. I saw the signs that we were going to drop, but I didn't I didn't think this is going to be the magnitude of the drop. I mean, this was like a 50% drop, 51% drop. So that's pretty significant. If you look back, let's go back in time to kind of get an idea. So in 2017, we had a 47% drop, but then 71% drop following that, which is pretty significant. But here's the thing. If you go back here in prior bull runs, you see that Bitcoin has had these 40% drops, these bigger drops. Before here we have another 30, because you're not going to go straight up in a bull market. You're gonna have that shakeout. You're gonna have those pullbacks where people have to buy in at. It doesn't go straight up. And then here, this was during the coronavirus. When things got hefty, you saw a 64% drop from 10 to 3, and this was the last time you would ever see $3,000 Bitcoin. On this day, March 9th of 2020, which is crazy. And ever since then, we've been running up. So this was definitely needed. This correction was definitely needed. But the thing is, it just happened so fast. The Chinese government pulled another, banning the crypto, banning the Bitcoin. So that caused a lot of fear and uncertainty and doubt. FUD, which is known as FUD, in the markets. And then Elon was obviously tweeting out his ass all the time, which doesn't help when people are panic selling and stuff. So this is what we end up with, this big massive drop. But there's a lot of people out there that still don't think Bitcoin is done. Whether that means we come back up to this region here around 65,000 where our last high was, and we keep chugging along. Because if you look at Bitcoin's cycles in the past 10 years, right, the bull markets, this one was very short, and compared to the other ones, so we saw a lot more buying in the other ones and a lot more of a move percentage wise. So people don't think that it's done yet. For me, what I would like to see is that I want to see at least a move up to here, to this range again. To these regions, $50,000. If we get back up there again, I think things will look a lot better. I think a lot of money will start coming back in, and people won't be panicking, and that means altcoins like ADA, ETC, all those beautiful coins will be pumping up. So you see, right now you can just see on my watch list is green across the board. So I mean, BTC pairs are down, but all the USDT pairs are up, which is a good sign. Money's starting to come back in. So that's on the weekly time frame. Pretty nasty. So let's go back to the daily. Alright, so on the daily, first thing I notice is the EMAs. Now EMAs are exponential moving averages. They're basically lines that are made by the chart, but they represent like an average of the price. And then that's how the line is made. It's based on averages of the price. So they lag behind a little bit, but they're pretty reliable, and a lot of traders use them to look for bounces and good times to buy in. And when when a crypto or a stock is going to be changing trends, you'll see a crossover of them, which I can show you right back here. You see this? This is all you had to do is buy here on the crossover and then hold, because it stayed above it the whole time. So it really is that simple, I guess, but doing it is another thing. So yeah, the first thing I see is, and by the way, I use a 99 and a 200-day EMA because the bigger that they are, the more reliable. And like I like to use them on bigger time frames like this, way more significant. So here you can see we bounced off this 99 day EMA here around 49,000. We came back up, but we couldn't break this last high. So we made a lower high, and we came back down, and you can see we tried to hold it again here, right? You see the price and the wicks trying to get above it, but we couldn't get above it. So what happens? We drop down to the next one. Boom. So 200 EMA was tested. So I really thought we were going to bounce here, and we tried to, but at the end of the day, it closed red, and then last night we just absolutely got crushed, right? We broke right through it. So this is very, very significant. Like, I definitely want Bitcoin to go like sideways here, up and down, maybe even back down here a little bit, whatever. I just need it. I want it to get above this EMA, this 200 EMA. I don't want it to be under it for too long, because things could be looking like a bear market, again. But like I'm not too worried, I guess, because this year, like, there's a lot of news that was influencing this drop, and like a lot of speculation. Like, this drop wasn't like people taking profits and selling, you know what I mean? This drop was because of the news. Bitcoin was banned in China, etc. Everyone stopped accepting it, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so that's basically what I see. You see obviously the volume. Volume is huge down here. That means that there's a lot of selling pressure. You see the big red candles. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the daily chart so far. So for the 4 hour, you come back down to the 4 hour. See how I work my way in? It looks a lot better. Like, you see these big green bars? That's a lot of big money coming in, starting to come in at least, to start buying this back up, because like you see the RSI, see how low we are? Anything like below 30 or at 30 is oversold, and anything above 70 is overbought. So this right here, this indicator is showing you when a stock is oversold and overbought. So like you want to be buying down here and selling up here, vice versa. You know what I mean? But like you can stay down here. Like you see how we've been oversold. Just because we're down here doesn't mean we'll bounce. Like we will eventually, but doesn't mean just because we hit down here we're gonna bounce. Usually like you see ticks up like this, and then we'll start working our way back up. And as the stock goes up, the RSI goes up with it. So that's one thing I look at. Yeah, you see this nice candle here with volume on the 4 hour. It looks like we're finally, maybe, finding a little support here around this area and might start bouncing. Let's go to the 1 hour. So the 1 hour, like I said, looks, it doesn't look too bad. It looks like the bulls are starting to finally kick in. This is a nice candle right here. It's called a doji hammer candle. So basically price came all the way down here, and the buyers pushed it all the way up in this 1 hour candle, which is nice. Whenever you see that, like on big volume, that's usually showing that the bottom is close. And now we're working on our first higher low right here. So we had our tick up, and then you always come back down a little bit before the next move up. So the next move up would be to about this range right here, $42,000, hopefully. That would be very nice to see. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty stressful, but there's been worse days for Bitcoin. There's been better days. I guess we'll see what time brings to the table. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for Bitcoin. Let's look into Litecoin. Got clapped. This is one of my long-term holds. Yeah, this is nasty. See, this is not normal right here. Like, this is not normal. Yeah, I don't even know. This is huge. 63%. 63%. Same thing with Ethereum. But Ethereum looks a lot better, I guess, because technically speaking, you see these EMAs right here. We're holding up. We're trying to break. We technically haven't broken them, so we're trying to close above them and fight for that. So that would be very nice to see if we stayed above those, because you see how we stayed above these EMAs this whole time here. That's why we've been in an uptrend. So that's good to see. Doge, yeah, Doge got obliterated. Very nice dip for Doge, 32 cents. Shiba meme coin, yeah, the meme coin got clapped. So ADA, same thing. ADA is like Ethereum. Like ADA does not look bad at all. It really does not. This drop was huge. Everything tanked like this though, so I'm pretty much ignoring this. So eventually, if we came back down here to retest this region, this doesn't look too bad. Like we have a nice hammer here, and you see like this whole uptrend here, we've stayed above this EMA. So I think that's why I think ADA, you just have to give it some time, you'll be fine. Same thing with XRP, you know, we're trying to stay above it here. Looks fine. EOS, Dash, Ethereum Classic. Obviously saw a big pullback. You know, this candle was because of BTC. But we are, if you go back on the 1 hour, you know, all the charts almost look the same. They're trying to bounce cake. But some of these cryptos I noticed, like Matic. Where's Matic? Right here. Some of these cryptos just had, like Matic, oh my god. Insane. Like look at this chart. Like this is crazy to trade. Like this is a drop from 260 to 102, and then a huge straight uptrend to 230, and then all the way back down. I mean, that's crazy. Like this stuff, when you're looking for a trade, this is not the type of stuff you want to be buying. Like obviously you want to be filling your long-term bags here because everything's so cheap. But if you're like day trading and swing trading, I would probably stay away. This is crazy stuff. Lots of volatility. Bitcoin, yeah, really trying to bounce back. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully this is our new low for now, $30,000, and hopefully, as long as we stay above that $30,000 range, I see a lot, hope, and I'm not gonna, you know, be looking to sell anything serious until we break down from here, you know. We'll see what the next few days bring, guys. This is my first video, so I'm not really used to, you know, streaming talking, but it could have gone a lot worse, I guess. So let's hope Bitcoin keeps bouncing. If you guys have any questions, chart requests, anything of that nature, you know, text me. Go on my Telegram, message me. I'm literally live watching charts 24/7. And I'm on there, you know, I'll respond to you guys right away. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So have a good night.